are a prisoner, not in a cell built of stone, but in a cage built by your own mind. You live inside your head, replaying past failures, predicting future disasters, overanalyzing every microscopic detail until your brain feels like a war zone. Exhausting. Yet you think this torture is necessary, that worrying protects you, that overthinking is preparation. It is a lie. The brutal truth is this: an uncontrolled mind is the architect of your own hell. Seneca warned us long ago, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. You aren't bleeding from life's dagger. You are bleeding from the story your mind tells you about the dagger. If you are finally ready to break the chains, to step out of the noise and into the silence of power, then listen closely. Today, we walk through 7 Stoic principles to weaponize your mind against its own weakness. Stop living in the illusion. Start living in reality. Point 1. The Stoic truth about overthinking. Your mind is the source of the suffering. Overthinking does not announce itself as an enemy. It creeps in like a spy, disguised as caution, as responsibility, as preparation. It whispers that if you analyze just a little more, you will finally be safe. If you replay the trauma one more time, you will find clarity. Lies. The truth is the opposite. The more time you spend living inside your skull, the further you drift from actual power. Stoicism begins with a truth that is both brutal and freeing. Most of your pain does not come from the world. It comes from your interpretation of the world. Think about it. How many times has your mind tortured you with things that never happened? Imagined arguments, worst-case scenarios, assumptions that people are judging you when they haven't said a word. Your mind creates storms the real world never sent. It turns neutral moments into threats, silence into rejection, uncertainty into disaster. An undisciplined mind weaponizes everything against you. For the Stoic, the mind is not a playground to get lost in. It is a tool to be mastered. Anxiety isn't what happens to you. It is what you do with what happens to you. Overthinking is simply an untrained reaction, and reactions can be broken. Point 2. Master the present moment, the only territory you actually hold. There is only one place where power exists. This exact breath, this exact second, this slice of reality happening right now. Yet the overthinking mind flees from the present like a coward. It prefers the ghosts of the past or the phantoms of the future. You relive moments already dead. You suffer for moments that have not arrived. That is the tragedy of the modern mind. Your body is here, but your mind is AWOL. Marcus Aurelius commanded himself, confine yourself to the present. Why? Because the present is manageable. The next 60 seconds will not break you. What breaks you is everything your mind piles on top of those 60 seconds. The memories, the predictions, the fear. When you strip away the mental noise, reality becomes simple again. Think of when you drive and realize you were lost in thought for miles. You were mentally somewhere else. That is how you live your life, half alive. Stoicism demands you return to existence. When you overthink, your breath becomes shallow, your senses dull, you become prey. Return to the present, ground yourself in the physical. Action only happens here. Change only begins here. Power only exists here. Worry is useless because it is always about something outside this moment. Therefore, it is outside your control. Point 3. You do not control the thoughts, you control the feeding. This is the most liberating truth in psychological warfare. You are not responsible for the thoughts that appear in your mind. They are automatic, passing weather. But when you treat every intrusive thought as truth, you give it the power to shape your reality. Overthinking isn't thinking too much, it's believing too much. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your energy. Not every mental story deserves a sequel. Epictetus captured this perfectly. It's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. A thought is harmless until you label it truth, until you feed it, until you build a story around it. Imagine your mind as a field. Every seed is a thought dropped by the wind. Some are poison. You don't get to choose which seeds fall, but you absolutely control which ones you water with attention. Overthinkers water the poison. A coworker didn't reply? They must hate you. You made a small mistake? Everything will collapse. The suffering begins when you start feeding these seeds with what-ifs.
The Stoic practice is simple but ruthless. Label the thought. Refuse to add meaning. When a negative thought appears, say to yourself, "This is just a thought, not a fact." Starve the fear of attention. Without your participation, the thought loses its authority. It becomes something you observe, not something you obey. Point 4. Get out of your head through the body. The Stoic Somatic Method. When you live in your head, your mind becomes loud and your body goes silent. You disconnect from physical reality and sink into the mental abyss. Overthinking thrives when the mind is isolated from the body. The fastest way out of mental chaos is physical reality. The body is an anchor. It pulls you back from the edge. It interrupts the mental storm. Marcus Aurelius knew this. A grounded body stabilizes the mind, just as a firm foundation steadies a fortress. When you spiral, your body signals it. Shallow breathing, tense shoulders, racing heart. If your mind can hijack your body can hijack your mind. Reconnect to physical sensation. When you breathe intentionally, the nervous system must calm down. A racing mind cannot survive a body breathing in a slow, steady rhythm. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, cold exposure, physical training, not for vanity, but to train the mind to remain steady under stress. When cold water hits your skin, the mental chatter shuts off instantly. You are forced into the present.
If you cannot control the storm inside, move the vessel. A short walk, intense exercise. Focus your eyes on the environment, not the images inside your skull. The body is your ally. It is the doorway out of the illusion and back into reality. Use it. Point 5. Stop replaying the past. Stop pre-living the future. Most people are not suffering from what is happening right now. They are suffering from memory or imagination. Overthinking traps you in two mental prisons, the past and the future. Both destroy your peace. Both are illusions. Let's look at the past. Replaying memories feels productive, as if analyzing the failure one more time will fix it. It won't. The past is immovable, sealed, dead. Every second you spend replaying it is stolen from the power you could wield today. You are not healing. You are reopening the same wound over and over. Now consider the future. Pre-living disaster is one of the mind's cruelest tricks. You imagine worst-case scenarios that have no evidence. You let fear narrate your future as if it were fact. Seneca said, "He suffers more than is necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." The pain you feel isn't from the future event. It is your imagination of it. How many times have you suffered through a disaster in your mind, only to find it never happened in reality? You are stepping into timelines that do not exist and punishing yourself with them. The past and the future are thieves. One steals your peace, the other steals your courage. Create a boundary in time. If you cannot change it, release it. If it is not happening now, ignore it. Reclaim your energy for the immediate battle.
Point 6. Don't trust every thought. Question the narrative. Your mind is a storyteller, and it is a liar. It is skilled at creating narratives that feel true, even when they are completely fabricated. Overthinking blurs the line between reality and imagination. You start believing every anxious prediction, every internal criticism. Stoicism teaches a necessary suspicion of the self. Your thoughts are not facts, they are possibilities, and usually they are wrong. One of the greatest mistakes you make is assuming that if a thought feels intense, it must be real. Feelings are not evidence. Emotional intensity does not equal truth. A thought can feel terrifying and still be completely inaccurate. We let fear narrate our future. We let insecurity narrate our identity. The Stoics refused to surrender to this mental illusion. They practiced extreme mental interrogation. When a dark thought arose, they didn't believe it blindly. They paused and asked, "Is this true? Where is the evidence? Is this helpful? Is this within my control?" Almost every anxious thought collapses under this cross-examination. By questioning the thought, you reclaim power over it. You stop being a victim of the story and become the observer of it. Stop trusting the narrator inside your head. Verify everything. Point 7. Create peace intentionally. Stoic rituals for the mind.
Peace is not something you stumble into. It is not a gift. It is a construction, a discipline, a skill built daily. Overthinking grows strongest in the absence of structure. A day without intention becomes a day controlled by random impulses, fears, and external noise. If you don't direct your mind, the world will direct it for you. The Stoics used rituals, not spiritual ceremonies, but mental exercises to anchor the mind and guide it toward clarity. The morning grounding. Before facing the world, prepare your mind for challenges. Remind yourself that the world may test you, but your response is your own. Journaling, not poetry, but dragging shadowy fears into the harsh light of reason on the page. It separates fact from fiction. Digital boundaries. Overthinking often begins with overstimulation. Too much noise, too many opinions. Create space for silence. And the most powerful ritual, the reset. A single, deep, conscious breath taken at the moment of anxiety. A deliberate pause to question the thought pulling you into fear. A conscious decision to return to the present. Overthinking thrives in chaos. Power thrives in routine. Every ritual is a brick in the foundation of an unshakable mind. Peace does not arrive by accident. It arrives because you build it and you defend it. The conclusion. These 7 principles point to one truth. Your peace does not depend on the world becoming simpler. It depends on you becoming stronger. You now understand that imagination can be a torture chamber. The present moment is sanctuary. Your body is an anchor, and your thoughts are merely suggestions, usually bad ones. Stoicism gives you back the power you forgot you had. The power to choose your response, to interrogate your own mind, to return to reality. Stop suffering in the simulation. Wake up. Take command.